Welcome back. I'm Keith Reynolds, host of Morning Coffee. We're moving right along. I got to tell you, that was a very deep conversation that we were having. Our last guest, very important stuff, and moving right along. This is a very important next guest that we have here. We have Steve Bergner. Scott Bergner. I knew I was going to do that. Scott Bergner. Did I say that right?
Yes. Yes.
With Northeast CPR class. You're the head instructor
I'm
there.
the head instructor, yes.
So Scott, tell us a little bit what Northeastern is, CPR.
It's a CPR company. Will help the community, plus also get awareness out there.
Okay, now how did you get something involved in like all this?
Well, I was started out as an EMT many years ago, and I wanted to help people, and my grandfather was sick as well, and wanted to give back a little bit.
Okay.
So then it just spiraled into multiple things.
Okay. Now, I mean, do you have to do, now you as an instructor, I mean, do you have to go, I'm sure you have to go through a series of classes and
Yes.
stuff like that.
Yes.
So you have to take the CPR class, how to do it.
Yes.
And then I'm sure you have to probably take a class to know how to teach it.
Yes, on top of that, yes.
Okay.
So it is very strenuous after a while, but once you get through it, it's. Yeah.
Now, when did you do this? When did you start this?
Started about 2 years ago.
Okay.
With the company, but I've been an EMT for a very long time and have carried it CPR for probably 20 years.
Wow. And you've been been an EMT where like
I was an EMT at Florence Township Firehouse for a very long time, and then I went to different hospitals and was through there. Yeah.
wow. I mean, because you're like when I think of EMTs, like you're like I don't know, like the lifeline between
Yes.
the accident and the
The
hospital.
hospital, yes.
You know, it's almost like I remember. I don't know if you remember the MASH show that came on.
I've seen it. Drugs.
that was the show, man. I
Yes.
love it. I mean, you guys. I tell you, I am very squeamish around blood and
Okay.
stuff like that. So I probably couldn't do what you do. But I was always amazed how people just it just clicks into action
yeah.
and you get it done.
Once it's in your blood, it becomes like adrenaline, and you kind of just go and do it. Yeah.
Right. I mean, well, you know what? You have to wake up, and I almost think you have to be born this way that you want to help people.
Yes. Yeah.
Like my wife was in the health industry for a little while until she was hurt, and she just loves helping.
Yes.
Elderly, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's definitely in your blood.
It's rewarding after a while. Yeah.
Okay. So now you're a local guy.
Yes. Florence.
Florence, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we talked a little bit. I mean, I'm Blue
Yeah.
Devils guy
Yeah.
from Berlin
Florence
City.
Plaza.
Yeah, down the street. So,
Yeah.
so tell us a little bit about how your business works.
You can sign up on the website, and then you take a 4-hour class, and I'll teach you CPR, and I can teach you first aid. I can teach you the different levels.
Okay.
CPR.
Okay. Now, do you do any type of corporate type of stuff?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
huge.
Yes, I do. I just picked up a contract with Bellows Electric.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
They're a local area.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess, God, a lot of times when you get shocked,
Yeah.
you need CPR.
Yes. Actually.
So,
Yes.
okay. So now, tell me how that works a little. I mean, you go in and you basically speak with the company.
I spoke with the company for about 45 minutes to an hour. Told them a little bit about the company. They were also in the process of trying to buy some AEDs as well. So
AEDs? Fi-
automatic defibrillators,
okay.
so they can have in the building, so in case something happens till the EMTs arrive. So I sold them on 2 AEDs, and then also got some training for them
Okay.
as well. So
Now, I would imagine that, when you get that done, your insurance, your business insurance,
Yes.
it should go lower.
it lowers, yeah, it does
You know.
lower it a lot, yeah.
Okay. I mean, now, obviously, I know that, you have, we know heart attacks and stuff like
Yes.
that.
Mhm.
What are some of the other reasons why CPR?
CPR increases your risk of survival if something happens. So you can have an accident, you can slip and fall and then go into a heart attack. You can get electrocuted. There's multiple different ways.
Drowning.
Yes, drowning. Yeah.
And now is CPR different than when a drowning victims and they, you're guess it's CPR when you're pushing on
Yes,
the chest and,
yes,
and they start coughing up the water.
exactly, yes.
You know what? I gotta ask you a question while I'm thinking about it because I was always a big Baywatch fan. You
Yes.
know.
Hmm.
Now they say that when you're trying to be revived in a pool
Hmm.
versus ocean, it's a little different because the salt water can.
Um, I've never heard that
No,
before. Never heard that.
it
No.
may have been because I was watching Baywatch.
Baywatch might have
Yeah,
been.
because
Not
they were
everything
saying
you see on TV is
they,
correct.
yeah, they were saying something like they were saying because salt water sometimes that you could go back into it or whatever, and it probably was this Baywatch
Baywatch,
stuff.
yeah.
So you know what? We're going to take a quick commercial break.
Okay.
They're giving me the signal, and we're going to be right back. More with Scott
Yes.
from the CPR. What is it again?
Northeast CPR class.
Northeast CPR class.
Mhm.
We'll be right back after this commercial break. Welcome back. I'm Keith Reynolds, host of Morning Coffee, and we are talking about a very important topic. We're here with Scott Bergner from Northeast CPR class. He's the head instructor. You know, Scott, right before the break, we were talking a little bit about, what your company does, but
Right.
I wanted you to walk through and let our viewers and audience understand what a class is actually like.
Okay.
Give us that experience.
You come in, we talk a little bit about how the class is going to go. We watch a little bit of the video. We do some practicals, watch some more videos. By the time you're done the class, you should be very efficient in CPR. And it's a 4-hour class.
It's a 4-hour class. Now, is it
Mhm.
just a one class?
One class for 2 years for
For 2
certification.
years, and then
Yes.
okay.
Hmm.
Now, I mean, like, where do I guess, like, is there a site or some type of government entity that says, this is the way to do CPR? Like, where do you get your
Well,
information from?
where I get a lot of my information from is the American Heart Association.
Okay,
That's who
good,
I'm
good.
affiliated with.
Oh, okay. So
So,
you're with the American Heart
That's who I
Association.
teach for. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
there. That's
Mhm.
it. You know
Yes.
what I mean? Okay,
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah.
So now, all right. So they come in, they watch some videos, they get a certification.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what about like in I guess like how do you for a student like right now?
Mhm.
Me and you were just talking.
Yeah.
But if you want to be an actor, you know what I mean. You kind of have to go into the acting roles.
Yes.
How do you get people prepared for something to happen?
It's by the time that's sometimes it's hard because a lot of people are afraid to do CPR
Yeah,
when it comes to it.
absolutely.
So a lot of times I find that the training just takes over. I was taught that 6 months ago.
Mhm.
And then the training just starts to come back.
Yeah, I
So,
mean
yeah.
because you almost have to be that type of person.
Yes.
You have to be a take charge, like I'm
Yes.
going to get it done person.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
there's more people that know CPR than what they let on because sometimes they don't want to do it because of safety and the rest of that stuff.
Safety
Yeah.
and we're in a sue happy society.
Yes,
But
yes.
at the end of the day,
You save somebody's life.
you save someone's
Yes.
life.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I look at the effort.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's
Mhm.
what I look for because look, people out there, learn it because you definitely will save someone's life.
Yes.
The people that are being sued are the doctors that
Yeah.
are doing bad things to us because of
Malpractice,
their
yeah.
malpractices. That's who they go after.
Yes.
No one's going to go after you for trying to save someone's life.
Right, exactly, yeah.
That's just the way it is.
Mhm.
So make sure you check out Scott. Now, Scott, do you have a website?
I do. It's www.northeastcprclass.com. Yes.
Okay. So now they can go into your website.
You go on their website, they can register for class. There's tons of tips and information on there and different classes. Yes.
When is classes usually?
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks
On a Thursday night.
On a Thursday night.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Very cool. Now you mentioned defibrillator.
Yes.
Right. Do you
Mhm.
teach how to use that?
I teach how to do that during class, and also I can come out to your location and teach for different organizations as well.
Wow. Now I know that those are really popular now.
Yes.
They're pretty much everybody tries
Everybody
to have.
has them. They're in the malls, they're in stores, they're Acme, ShopRite, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Mhm.
Very, very important.
Mhm.
So now you also said you do first aid.
I do first aid, yeah. Exactly,
Okay.
yeah.
So now, like, just I know that that's you do it when you're asked to do it.
Yes.
But like, what's some of the things that first aid wise?
It's the basics. It teaches you how to stop the bleeding, or at least that, or how to stabilize a broken arm or a broken leg, or help somebody.
Okay. Like assuming trauma,
Trauma, yes, yes.
keeping them warm, trying to keep them from going into shock,
Yes.
stuff like that.
Yes.
And which is very important. You
Yes.
know, it's just like now I know with social media, like we see a lot of more that goes on in the world, and
Yes.
you see things happen to people, and you know what? I think almost everything is savable. I mean, every
Yeah.
person's
Mhm.
savable. I mean, unless it's really just bad,
Drastic.
like you
Yeah.
get hit by a bus. All right,
Yes.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mhm.
I don't know too much is going to bring you back,
Right.
but
Yeah.
for the average person you see, there's a lot of lives being
Yes.
saved, and that's why it's important to go
Very
to
important.
classes.
Yes.
Okay. So now where's it out of the?
Well, I teach two different locations. I teach at a St. Andrew's Church in Mahawi, right across
Okay.
from the old prison,
Okay. Okay.
and then also McCohen's boxing gym in Roebling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's been around for a while, hasn't
Yes,
it?
it has. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Wow. Okay. So we're going to take a quick commercial.
Okay.
We're going to come back. We got a few more minutes left. We're going to come back and finish talking CPR right after this. Well, welcome back. I'm Keith Reynolds, host of Morning Coffee. Excuse me. And we were just finishing up with our guest Scott Bergner from Northeast CPR class. He is the head instructor over there. And Scott, right before the break, we were talking a little bit about what in class involves and everything.
Right.
What I want you to do is I want you to look out at the camera 3,
Mhm.
and tell folks how to get in touch with you and why it's very important to get CPR classes.
Okay. The website is www.northeastcprclass.com. Phone number is 609-784-2525. Email is info@northeastcprclass.com. The importance is the survival chain is 90% more chance of somebody surviving by having CPR done to them. Um, so it helps in the long run.
So you know what? It's important. Go out and get trained today.
Yes.
Call Scott and go in there every Thursday.
Every other
Thursday.
Yes.
There's
More
2
classes to come.
locations. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, 2 locations. So very, very important.
Yes.
So we're going to be back with more morning coffee right after this commercial break with our next guest.